You've been feeling something lately that you can't quite explain. A pull towards someone that doesn't make logical sense. Maybe they're not your usual type. Maybe there's an age gap, or you work together, or they're already in your friend circle. Maybe they seem way out of your league. But whenever they're around, something inside you lights up. You find yourself thinking about them at random moments. You replay your conversations with them when you're alone. You notice little details about them that no one else seems to see. What you're experiencing isn't just a random crush or passing attraction. There's something deeper happening here, a connection that feels both impossible and somehow destined at the same time. The universe doesn't create these feelings by accident. When you feel drawn to someone against all logic, against all your usual patterns, there's always a reason, and today, you're going to discover what that reason is. Here's what you don't realize yet. They've been feeling the exact same way about you. The person you think could never possibly be interested in you has actually been carrying their own secret feelings. This connection isn't one-sided. It's a powerful two-way energy that both of you can feel, but neither has been brave enough to acknowledge. Every time you look away quickly when they catch you staring, they're doing the same thing when you're not looking. The nervous energy you feel around them, they feel it too. The way your heart beats faster when they text you. Their hands shake a little when they type messages to you. What makes this situation so critical to understand now is that one of you must break this cycle of silent longing. These unspoken feelings are creating an energetic build-up that's affecting other areas of both your lives. It's causing sleepless nights, distraction, and a sense that something important is unresolved. This isn't just any connection. What you're experiencing is what many spiritual traditions call a soul recognition, a meeting of two people who are meant to play significant roles in each other's life journey. These connections don't happen by chance. They come with divine timing and for specific purposes that go beyond ordinary attraction. You might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. How could this person possibly have feelings for you when they've never clearly shown it? But that's exactly the point. They've been hiding it, just like you have. Let's talk about the subtle signs you've been missing. Have you noticed how they find reasons to be near you in group settings? They might not approach you directly, but they gradually shift to your area of the room. Their body language changes when you're around. They stand up straighter, fix their hair, or suddenly become more animated or more quiet than usual. Pay attention to their eyes. When someone is trying to hide their feelings, their eyes often reveal the truth. Do they look at you differently than they look at others? Do you sometimes catch them watching you when they think you won't notice? When your eyes meet unexpectedly, is there a moment that feels charged with unspoken meaning? Their friends might already know. Have you noticed their friends giving you knowing looks or finding reasons to mention this person to you? Friends often recognize these connections before the people involved are ready to admit them. Listen carefully to how they speak to you. Do they share things with you they don't tell others? Do they remember small details about your life that you mentioned weeks ago? Do they laugh a little too hard at your jokes or show unusual interest in your opinions? They've been hiding their feelings because of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of complicating existing relationships, or fear based on past heartbreaks. Their past experiences have taught them to protect themselves by keeping their deepest feelings hidden, especially when those feelings seem risky or unlikely to be returned. Something powerful has been keeping this connection from moving forward, creating the illusion that your feelings for each other are impossible or one-sided. Understanding this barrier is the key to breaking through it. The most common barrier is simple misunderstanding. You've both been misreading each other's signals. When they pulled back after a moment of closeness, you thought they weren't interested. But they were actually giving you space because they thought you seemed uncomfortable. When you acted casual around them, they took it as a sign that you only wanted friendship. Social circles and circumstances create another layer of complexity. Perhaps there are mutual friends who would be affected by your relationship. Maybe there are work policies or family connections that make things seem complicated. These external factors create the feeling that acting on your feelings would be too disruptive or risky. Timing has played a crucial role too. One of you may have been in another relationship when you first met, or major life events, moves, career changes, family responsibilities, created practical obstacles that made pursuing this connection seem impossible. The most powerful barrier, though, is what they believe about themselves. They don't believe they could be special enough to capture your interest. They've convinced themselves that someone like you couldn't possibly have deeper feelings for someone like them. This belief is so strong that they interpret your signals of interest as mere friendliness or politeness. Meanwhile, your own self-doubt has been sending mixed signals. The moments when you pulled back or acted distant weren't because you weren't interested. They were because you feared your feelings were too obvious and might make them uncomfortable. This connection that feels so impossible actually appeared in your life at this exact moment for a profound reason. These seemingly random feelings are part of a larger pattern in your spiritual journey. When we experience attraction that defies logic or crosses unusual boundaries, the universe is often directing us toward important soul growth. This person has entered your life to help you heal something within yourself. Notice how they possess qualities that you've struggled to develop or accept within yourself. Maybe they express emotions freely while you keep yours contained. Perhaps they take risks while you play it safe. Or they might embody a kind of confidence or creativity that you've always wished to cultivate. The qualities that draw you to them are actually mirrors, reflecting parts of yourself that need acknowledgement and integration. This is why the connection feels so magnetic. It's literally pulling you toward your own wholeness. Pay attention to the synchronicities surrounding this relationship. Do you keep seeing their name in random places? Do songs that remind you of them play when you're thinking about them? These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations that this connection has spiritual significance. Many spiritual traditions speak of soul contracts, agreements we make before birth to meet certain people who will help us evolve. This seemingly impossible attraction might actually be a pre-planned reunion with someone your soul has known before. The familiar feeling you experience around them, even if you haven't known them long, is your soul recognizing theirs across time and space. This connection isn't just about romantic possibility. It's about spiritual awakening and personal transformation. Now that you understand the deeper nature of this connection, it's time to break through the barriers keeping you apart. This requires courage, but the approach can still be gentle and gradual. First, create opportunities for one-on-one interaction. Group settings maintain the status quo. Real connection happens in private conversations where deeper sharing is possible. Suggest a coffee, a walk, or any activity that allows uninterrupted conversation. This simple step signals your interest without overwhelming them. When you're together, practice vulnerable authenticity. This doesn't mean immediately confessing your feelings. Instead, share something genuine about yourself, a dream, a fear, a hope for the future. This invites them to match your level of openness. People feel safe revealing themselves to those who've shown the courage to be real first. Pay close attention to their comfort level. If they respond to your openness by sharing something personal, it's a sign to continue gradually deepening the conversation. If they seem uncomfortable, respect their boundaries by easing back slightly. Use bridge statements that acknowledge the unique nature of your connection without putting pressure on them. Saying something like, "I always feel I can be myself around you," or "I've never met anyone quite like you," opens the door for them to express similar feelings without the risk of outright rejection. Watch for readiness signals. If they begin finding more reasons to contact you, sharing more personal thoughts, or showing increased comfort with physical proximity, they're indicating openness to a deeper connection. Timing is crucial. Choose a moment when both of you are relaxed and not rushing elsewhere. The right time feels natural, not forced or planned. Trust your intuition. You'll feel when the energy between you has shifted enough to support greater honesty. Remember that their fear of rejection is as strong as yours. Creating a safe space for authentic connection is the most loving approach for both of you. When you finally break through this barrier of silence and acknowledge the connection between you, something remarkable happens. This isn't just about gaining a romantic relationship. It's about profound transformation for both of you. The courage it takes to be vulnerable with someone who matters deeply to you creates a ripple effect throughout your entire life. Suddenly, you find yourself more willing to take positive risks in other areas, speaking up more at work, expressing your true feelings to family members, pursuing dreams you've kept hidden. This relationship becomes a safe container for healing old wounds. The understanding and acceptance you find with this person allows you to revisit past hurts with new perspective. Patterns from childhood or previous relationships that kept you stuck begin to release their hold. You'll notice yourself responding differently to situations that once triggered insecurity or fear. Your other relationships transform too. The authenticity you practice with this person becomes your new standard for connection. Friends and family will notice a change in how you interact. More openness, more honesty, more willingness to show your true self. Some relationships will deepen, while others that were based on superficial connection may naturally fade. The most beautiful transformation happens in how you see yourself. Being truly seen and accepted by someone who once seemed impossibly out of reach changes your self-perception. The qualities you doubted in yourself become strengths you recognize and appreciate. This connection that once seemed impossible becomes the most natural thing in the world once you move through the fear. What felt like a risky leap turns out to be a coming home to something your soul has always known. Even if the relationship takes unexpected turns, the growth it triggers is permanent. You'll never return to the person you were before you found the courage to acknowledge this connection. In opening your heart to this possibility, you've expanded your capacity for connection in all areas of life. This moment of awareness about your connection creates a unique window of opportunity. Energy patterns between people are constantly shifting. The opening that exists right now won't remain exactly the same if left unaddressed. Within the next 24 hours, take one small step toward authentic connection with this person. This doesn't need to be a dramatic confession. Something as simple as reaching out with a thoughtful message that shows you see them more deeply than others do can shift the energy between you. Trust the insights you've gained today. Your intuition about this connection has been trying to guide you all along. Now that you understand what's really happening between you, allow yourself to move forward with gentle courage. If you found value in these insights about your unique connection, support this channel with a like and comment sharing one thing that resonated with you. Your engagement helps others find this message who may be experiencing similar connections in their lives. For those who want additional guidance navigating this special relationship, show your appreciation with super thanks. Your support makes it possible to create more content that helps people understand the deeper meaning behind their most important connections. Remember, what seems impossible is often simply waiting for someone brave enough to make it real. That someone is you.